This is a second example of inverse of a matrix. This time I have taken a matrix of square matrix of order 2. Okay. So first, how do you find out the inverse of this? Question here is find A inverse if A is equal to this matrix. Okay. So first of all, whenever you are finding inverse, what we do is we find the determinant value of A. Okay. So first we find det A. Here, det A is 2 minus 2, 4, 1. And the determinant value of this is 2 minus 8.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, Govinda.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
So here this is determinant value is 10, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, matrix A is non-singular. Matrix A is non-singular. A inverse exists. Okay. So I've taken a 2 by 2 matrix. Govinda, you are not there. I repeat once again. You need to find out the inverse of this
Yes, sir.
matrix. Okay. This is a 2 by 2
Yes, sir.
matrix, a square matrix of order 2. Okay. If in order to find the inverse of this matrix, first we found out the determinant value of the matrix. So we found det A to be 10, which is not equal to 0. So therefore, matrix A is non-singular. Since determinant is not equal to 0, therefore matrix is non-singular, and it is non-singular means A
Okay.
inverse exists. Okay. Now we will proceed to find out the adjoint of A. So what is the adjoint of A? Adjoint of A. So how will you find the adjoint of A? Again, you know that this is a plus position, this is a minus position, plus, minus, this is a minus position, and this is also a plus position, right? So now what happens? What is the
Yes, sir.
cofactor? What is the minor of this two? Minor of this two is 1, right? With a plus sign. So
Yes.
1 remains a 1. What is the minor of this minus 2? You hide this first row and the second column. You only left with a 4
Yes,
and
sir.
with a minus sign. So minus. Okay. And then what is the minor of this element? 4. It is this element 2. Okay. This is minus 2. And minus of minus 2 will give you a plus 2. So minus of minus 2. Okay. And finally, 1 you have the minor is 2 with a plus sign. So 2 with a plus sign. And this whole thing transpose. So this is 1 minus 4, 2, 2 transpose. So this is 1 minus 4, 2, 2. So I found out the adjoint of this matrix. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So therefore what should be A inverse? Hence A inverse. The formula for inverse was inverse is equal to 1 by det A into the adjoint of A. And det A we have found as 10, I think, isn't it? Yes, 10. So 1 by 10 times 1, 2, minus 4, 2. Okay. You leave it as it is. Now, if you want to check whether you have got the correct inverse or not, again, what you do is you multiply A and A inverse and see what you get. A here is the matrix 2 minus 2, 4, 1. And A inverse we have found as 1 by 10, 1, 2, minus 4, 2. Okay. So this is 1 by 10, 2, minus 2, 4, 1. 1, 2, minus 4, 2. Now let us multiply these two and check whether we are getting the identity matrix or not. So 2 plus 8 will give you a 10, right? 2 into 1 plus
Yes, sir.
minus 2 into minus 4 will give you a 10. 2 into 2,
Yes, sir.
2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 4 will give you a 0, right? So 4 again, 4 into
Yes.
1 plus 1 into minus 4 will again give you a 0. And 1 into 2, sorry, 4 into 2 plus 1 into 2 will give you a 10. Okay, so we are getting the identity matrix. So we have checked here that A inverse is equal to the identity matrix. Therefore, answer is correct. This answer that we have got here of inverse, this answer is correct. This is how you check. This you, as I told you, you don't need to show this. This is only for your knowledge. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is a very important thing, which is called the properties of inverse matrix. Okay. Properties of inverse matrix. Properties of inverse of a matrix. Okay. So first I say let A be a non-singular matrix. Let A and B be two non-singular matrices. Let A and B be two non-singular matrices. Okay. Then the first property is that the inverse will give you back the matrix A. What does it mean? It means that, see, you have found out A inverse, right? Here you found out A
Yes,
inverse.
sir.
If you take again find out the inverse of this matrix, you will get back the original matrix, this one. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So inverse of an inverse is the will give you the
Original.
will give
Original
you the
matrix.
matrix, original matrix. Okay. Next property is A into B inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. Very important property. They give you to verify this property also. They'll give you a 2 by 2 matrix or a 3 by 3 matrix, and they will say verify this. Okay. The third important property is A, the transpose of a matrix A, when the inverse is taken of the transpose, it is the same as if you were taking the transpose of the inverse. Understood? A transpose inverse is equal to A inverse transpose. Okay, this is also uh, something that they give you to check. Okay, verify in fact as a sum. What they will give you is they'll give you a matrix A and they will say verify that A transpose inverse is equal to A inverse transpose. Okay, so this is what
Okay, sir.
it is. These the properties of inverse is. Okay, now one very important sum that I wanted to do. Okay, now I'm doing all the variations of sums. Also, yes, there's one more thing. Orthogonal matrix. So I want to define very important definition. Orthogonal matrix. Another type of matrix. Okay, a matrix A is said to be orthogonal. Govinda, you can hear.
Yes, sir.
You can see the
Yes,
screen
sir.
clearly.
Yes, sir.
A matrix A is said to be orthogonal
Hello.
if A into A. Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir. I can see the screen.
A into A transpose is equal to identity matrix. A matrix A is said to be orthogonal if A into A transpose is equal to I. Okay, that means if I give you a matrix A, and what you do is, the question is check whether this matrix is orthogonal. So what you do is, you given the matrix A, you find out the transpose of A. Okay, you find A transpose, then you multiply A with A transpose and check whether you're getting the identity matrix. If you're getting the identity matrix, then it is an orthogonal matrix. Now, why this orthogonal matrix is important is because if A be an orthogonal matrix, If A be an orthogonal matrix, then it is non-singular always.
Okay, sir.
Okay, always whenever you say A is an
Yes, sir.
orthogonal matrix,
Yes, sir.
it has to be a non-singular. You don't even have to check. Okay, if you know that A is an orthogonal matrix, then definitely it has to be non-singular. That means A inverse exists.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that means A inverse exists. Now, what can I say about this thing? The relation between if A be an orthogonal matrix, then how can we find out the inverse of the orthogonal matrix? That is a question. Okay, so what you see here is that
Okay, sir.
if A be an orthogonal matrix, then A into A transpose must be equal to I, right? A into A transpose is equal to I.
Yes, sir.
Now what you do is you pre-multiply both sides by A inverse. Pre-multiplying both sides by A inverse. We get, we multiply this, pre-multiply means multiplying it from the beginning. A inverse A transpose is equal to A inverse I. Okay. Now
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
A inverse A, since matrix multiplication is associative, A inverse A
Yes, sir.
transpose is equal to, now A inverse into the identity matrix will give you back the A inverse matrix, because as I told you, remember that any matrix when multiplied by the identity matrix will give you that matrix back, isn't it? So the reason
Okay,
here is,
sir.
since matrix multiplication is associative, or let me write it in this way. You know this property of the matrix, this property I in the beginning only I told you matrix multiplication is associative, that A into BC is equal to
Yes,
AB into C.
See.
That is why I was able to change the brackets here. Okay, so that is why this is called
Yes, sir.
associative property. But I have given you, instead of
Yes,
naming
sir.
the property, I have given you the property itself. Okay, now A inverse A is what? A inverse A is I, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
A transpose is equal to A inverse. And what is I into A transpose? It is simply A transpose is equal to A inverse. Why? Because since I into A transpose will give you back A transpose. Any matrix when multiplied with the identity matrix will give you back that matrix. So what do you see? This is a very, very interesting property,
Yes, sir.
that when a matrix is orthogonal, its transpose and inverse are equal. That means it is very easy to find the inverse of an orthogonal matrix. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. Let us see one question here. This orthogonal matrix definition is not there in the book. Okay, but you will go through this. Okay, and this problem is also very important and very interesting problem. Okay, this one. Prove that. Example. Prove that the matrix A is equal to 1/3 minus 1, 2 minus 2, minus 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 is an orthogonal matrix.
okay,
Hence find A inverse. Okay, you have to
okay, sir.
uh, solve this problem. Now see, first of all, we see here that given A here is 1/3 minus 1, minus 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, minus 2, 2, 1. You find out the transpose of this matrix. Therefore, A transpose is equal to 1/3, and you take the change the rows to columns. Okay, you take the transpose of this. Now what you do in order to check whether this is an orthogonal matrix, you
Yes.
multiply A into A transpose. Therefore, A into A transpose is equal to 1/3 minus 1, 2, minus 2, minus 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. And A transpose is 1/3 minus 1, minus 2, plus 2, 2, 1, 2, minus 2, 2, 1. Okay. A into A transpose. Now you multiply 1/3 and 1/3 becomes 1/9 into the multiplication of these two matrices. Okay. So now if you multiply these two matrices, I have already have it multiplied. Okay. I have already given you enough practice on multiplication. Multiply these two matrices and check for yourself. Okay. I'm only giving you the answer. If you multiply these two matrices,
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
we get 9, 0, 0, 0, 9, 0, 0, 0, 9. So that you get,
Sir, we are getting identity matrix.
yes, you're getting identity. You had to get because you have to show that matrix was orthogonal, right? So
Yes,
that
sir.
when you're multiplying A into C,
Yes.
when you multiplied A into A transpose, you're getting the identity matrix. Which was the definition of orthogonal matrix? This A into A transpose is equal to I.
Yes.
So therefore we say here,
Yes.
now we'll write hence A is an orthogonal matrix. Okay. So once we have shown that A is an orthogonal matrix, then how to find the inverse? How to find the inverse? Will you find out that will you find det A and then find out the inverse? No. I have already shown you that when A is an orthogonal matrix, the transpose of
No,
the
sir.
matrix is equal to the inverse of the matrix. So
Inverse
you
of
can now simply say here, hence A inverse,
Yes.
hence A inverse is equal to A transpose. And what is A transpose here? A transpose here is this one, right? 1/3, 1/3,
-1, -2, 2,
minus 1, minus 2,
-2,
2,
2,
2, 1,
2, 2,
2,
1.
2 to 1. Finished. That is what the inverse of a matrix is.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't have to find out also. So this is the convenience of a matrix being orthogonal. Okay, and a special property of an orthogonal matrix is that the inverse is equal to its transpose. Now such questions has not been given yet in your examination, but I don't see any reason why they cannot give. Okay, so you remember, but always that first they must give you that to prove that the matrix is orthogonal. Only then you can proceed. Let us do one more problem and then we'll finish the theory part of this. And then we can move on to the exercises. Example. There's another very important type of problem for the matrix A. Is equal to 2 minus 1, 1, 3. Show that E square minus 5a plus 7i2. I2 means identity matrix of order 2 is equal to null matrix. And hence find A inverse. Okay. This solution. Given, first write what is the given matrix is. Given A is equal to 2 minus 1, 1, 3. Okay. Now this matrix is given. First you will have to show that A square minus 5a plus 7i2 is equal to 0. And hence find A inverse. What do you mean by hence find A inverse? You have to find out A inverse from this relation itself. After verifying, you will have to find out A inverse from here, not by your adjoint method. Understood? This word hence
Okay.
means that you will have to find A inverse from this relation itself. After verifying this relation, then you will have to find out A inverse from this relation. So first of all, let's verify the relation. We have done this type of problem earlier also. Okay. So first of all, find A square.
Yes, sir.
A square is equal to A into A is equal to 2 minus 1, 1, 3, 2 minus 1, 1, 3. Okay. Now you multiply these two matrices. I have it multiplied. You can check the multiplication. You will get 3 minus 5, 5, 8. Okay. This is what you are getting, A square.
Yes.
Now we'll verify now that A square, therefore A square minus 5a plus 7i2 is A square is 3 minus 5, 5, 8 minus 5 times A is 2 minus 1, 1, 3 plus 7 times I2, identity matrix of order 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, which is equal to 3 minus 5, 5, 8 minus, multiply this with 5, 10 minus 5, 5, 15 plus 7, 0, 0, 7. So now what you get here is 3 minus 10 plus 7. Next you have minus 5, minus of minus 5 plus 0. You have 5 minus 5 plus 0. And next you have 8 minus 15 plus 7. Okay, so what do you get? You get a null matrix, right? All zeros
Yes, sir.
is equal to null matrix. So I have verified that E square minus 5a plus 7i2 is equal to null matrix. Now comes the main and the interesting part, to find A inverse from this. So we have already shown that A square minus 5a plus 7i2 is equal to 0. Now what you can do is E square you can write as A into A, right? 5a you write as it is, plus 7i2 you write as it is. Now what you do is before this, let me just um, before considering this relation, let us first check whether A is non-singular. Okay. Det A, therefore det A is equal to 2 minus 1, 1, 3. So how much is det A? 6 minus of minus 1, which is 7. not equal to 0. That means matrix A is non-singular. Therefore, A inverse exists. So we check first whether A inverse exists or not. Okay. Then we consider this relation. Then we don't find the adjoint. Now you'll find the inverse from this relation. So we have already shown that A square minus 5A A square minus 5A plus 7I2 is equal to null matrix. We have already shown this. Now what you do is you write A square as A into A minus 5A plus 7I2 is equal to null matrix. Now what you do is, since A inverse exists, you pre-multiply both sides by A inverse. Pre-multiplying both sides
Okay, sir.
by A inverse. We get A inverse and then you give a bracket because you are pre-multiplying both sides. A into A minus 5A plus 7I2 is equal to A inverse into the null matrix, right? A inverse into the null matrix. Next, so you have A inverse into AA minus A inverse into 5A plus A inverse into 7I2, and any matrix into a null matrix is a null matrix, right?
Yes,
Next,
sir.
because matrix multiplication is associative, you can associate the brackets with this matrix and this matrix, these two matrices. A inverse A into A minus 5 A inverse A plus 7 A inverse I2 is equal to null matrix. Now what is A inverse A? A inverse A is I, right? I2 in fact, I2 A. Because they have given I2 here, okay,
Yes.
because they have given I2 here, that is why I write I2. Otherwise you can write I also, no problem. Minus 5 A inverse I is again I2
Okay, sir.
plus 7 A inverse into I2. Any matrix multiplied by the identity matrix will give back your original matrix. Okay. So now what happens? So therefore, what do you get? 7 A inverse is equal to 5I2, taking everything that on the other side, plus minus. Before this, one more step is required. Let me just I2 into A is A only, minus 5 I2 plus 7 A inverse is equal to null matrix. That means 7 A inverse is equal to, if you take everything on the other side, you get 5I2 minus A, right?
Yes, sir.
That means A inverse, what are you getting? 1/7 of 5I2 minus A, right? This is
Yes,
what
sir.
you're getting A inverse. So now simply put the values.
Yes, sir.
Simply put the values. A inverse is equal to 1/7 times 5 times, what is I2? I2 is 1001. Okay. And
Yes,
the
sir.
matrix A here is 2 minus 1, 1, 3. Okay. So therefore, we get this as 1/7 of 5005 minus 2 minus 1, 1, 3. Okay, which is 1/7 of, if you add the two matrices, what do you get? 5 minus 2, 3. 0 minus of minus 1 is plus 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. And 5 minus 3 is 2. So this is your required inverse. If you want, you can write it in this form also. 3/7, 1/7, minus 1/7, 2/7. This is your inverse. So what you see here is that instead of finding the adjoint, I have used this relation. I have used this relation, which I have verified here. I have used this relation to find out A inverse because they have said hence find A inverse. Okay, so that is the difference. Now that covers all the variety of problems that are there in your syllabus. Okay, this covers all the variety of problems. Now the only thing that is left here is,
Okay.
so find A inverse where A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 4. Okay, so solution. First of all, we'll write the given matrix. Given A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 4. We'll first check whether matrix A is non-singular. And how do we check? We find the determinant of the matrix. Determinant A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 4. Okay. You expand by the first row. The first minor will be 0. Okay. The next minor will be, you can check 0 into 2, 3, 1, 4. So this will be a 0 entirely. And this plus, minus, plus. This is the minus position. Minus 1 into what minor? Cover the first row and the second column. You get 1, 3, 3, 4. And then you have a plus 2 times 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So ultimately, if you multiply, you will get this as minus 2, which is not equal to 0. Okay. Next, we'll proceed to find out the adjoint of A. Let's see what should be the adjoint of A. Adjoint A is equal to. Okay. So in order to find the adjoint, you find out the cofactors of each element. 0. This is the plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay. So what is the cofactor of 0? 2, 3, 1, 4 with a plus sign.
314.
2, 3, 1,
Yes,
4.
sir.
Okay. With a plus sign. Next, cofactor of the next element. Cofactor of the next element. 1 is this element here. What is the cofactor of this? It is 1, 3, 3, 4 with a minus sign.
Yes, sir.
1, 3,
Yes, sir.
3, 4. Okay. And then
4.
again, if you check the next element, it is with a plus sign. You have 1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 1. Okay.
3, 1.
Next element with a minus sign. You have 1, 2, 1, 4. Right. Next
Yes,
with a
sir.
plus sign. You have 0, 2, 3, 4. Check with the matrix. Check with
Zero
the
two.
matrix. Even as I am writing. Okay. Check with the matrix. Next, if you get stuck, ask there only.
Yes.
Minus 0, 1, 3, 1. Okay, and finally here the last row will be with a plus sign. You have 1, 2, 2, 3.
3.
Here you have a minus sign. 0, 2, 1, 3.
Yes, sir.
And with the plus sign, 0, 1, 1, 2.
2.
And this you take the transpose of this. Okay. Now you multiply all the
Okay.
determinants within this, all the 2 by 2 determinants. Okay, so you will get is equal to -1, 8, -5, 1,
-5.
-6, 3, -1, 2, -1. The transpose of this.
Yes, sir.
Now you take the transpose of this. You get -1, 8,
-1.
One.
-5, 1,
Yes,
-6,
sir.
3,
-6. 3.
-1, 2,
-1.
-1. Okay,
2
so
minus.
this is what we get the adjoint of A. Therefore, what should be det A?
Yes, sir.
A inverse. A inverse is equal to 1 by det A. And of course, you will write here. Okay, this is very important. Once you have found out, I forgot to write here that a matrix A, therefore, matrix A is non-singular.
Okay, sir.
Therefore, A inverse exists. And then you will proceed to find out the adjoint. Okay, so, and the definition of inverse is A inverse is equal to 1 by det A into the adjoint of A. And det A we have found as -2, right? Into an adjoint we have -1, 1, -1, 8, -6, 2, -5, 3, -1. You leave your answer here, or if you want, you can also multiply this -1/2 inside, which is of no use actually. So you -1/2, you multiply, you get +1/2, you get a -1/2, you get a
-1/2.
+1/2, you get a
+1/2.
-4, you
-4.
get a
Plus
3
3.
3, and you get a -1,
-1.
and you get a +5
-1
by
by
2,
+5 by 2.
you get a -3 by 2, and you get
-3
a
by
half.
2.
Okay, so no point multiplying here. This step is you can skip this step also. You leave your answer here. That should be it. Okay. And if you want again, if you want to check, you can
Okay, sir.
check. If you want to check your answer in rough, what you can do is A inverse. You multiply them together and check whether you're getting the identity matrix. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that is what I stop here for today.